From 6 months on, I've been living in Manassas, Gainesville, and Prince William County. The western end of the county was very rural. I don't think there was any stoplights. The most exciting thing was when the train would go through. You had horses, there were horse farms and some cattle farms, but mostly they were large tracts of land. When I moved here in 2003, there was several Jewish families already in the area, but there was nothing really binding us together.
When we moved in 2004, there was no Jewish community. There were some people that wanted to meet other Jewish people, and I said they could come to our house. We started a Shalom group.
When I moved here, I found out that there is this Shalom Club at the Heritage Hunt, and I understand that that's the extent as we had. We met Anita, which was the chair of the Shalom Club, and through her we met some other Jewish people.
In 2012, I received an invitation from Suzanne Brooks inviting all her friends. Her idea was to bring Jewish programs for the adults. It was created a small group of about 8 to 10 people, volunteers, that we will look at ideas of events, of activities.
Edith and I suggested that we contact the Fairfax Chabad. If Chabad gets involved, we might have some better luck.
I got a call from a group of women. I think at the time it was Edith, her name was, who contacted me, and she wanted to meet, and I came out.
It was early November when we were deciding what to do for Hanukkah. The first thing I said to him, it's a little late.
They said, Hanukkah, it's like in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. How could we do any program? I said, it's Chabad, don't worry. We'll do the program. We'll see what happens. We'll put it all together.
He said at our first meeting, from this group will come wonderful things. And I thought to myself, he has an extraordinary vision, because I really at that moment I couldn't see much into the future. But he was right. Marvelous things came from that. We only put the seed.
And at the time I came here with Izzy Schoen. We put like a menorah, a boombox, some music, some gifts, some latkes with a microwave, and we set it up, and there was an amazing turnout.
The first Hanukkah celebration we had was just very impressive. That we felt like there were just so many people are looking for that.
The first menorah lighting was fantastic. And it was the beginning of something great, but we didn't know how it was going to grow and which direction it was going to go.
When we saw, after 1 or 2 or 3 Hanukkahs, the turnout, the tremendous turnout that there was, it seemed to us a right place to have a Chabad center set up in Gainesville and the Manassas area.
We were invited to a picnic in 2016 by Rabbi Deitch, where he told in the email that he will be introducing a couple that will be creating the Chabad Bite in Gainesville.
Well, what excited me about Chabad moving to this area 5 years ago was that we were finally going to have a center of Jewish life, sort of a center around which we could coalesce. Because up to that point, we had had some groups, some activities, but we really didn't have that religious center. We didn't have that religious leadership.
Chabad changed the Jewish experience. Rabbi Shmuley and Goldie are dedicated, tireless individuals.
We never expected so quick to have such a nice turnout. The fact that Rabbi Shmuley, as well as Goldie, was able to unite us in such a way.
So when Rabbi Shmuley and Goldie moved into the area, they do their magic. Families start seeing each other. We start recognizing each other. I can go into Lowe's and I see other members. And we know each other by name. We'll say hi on the streets. We get to know who our neighbors are in the Jewish community.
I saw the community coming together during holidays, especially. Everybody was calling each other, are you going to this event? Are you going to this event? It's just like, it was very exciting.
The biggest jump was when we had the dedication of a Torah. The energy that was coming out of that was amazing. I'm one of the luckiest people to have experienced it. When this energy comes in and fills a void where that energy didn't exist, you come out glowing.
During the pandemic, they did a drive-by. We stayed in our cars, but Rabbi Shmuley and Goldie, they were all over, and it was a great experience, even though we were in the cars. We all felt connected.
The Chabad in Gainesville were so generous that they still managed to put together all sorts of holiday bags. We just always had so much connection by emails and Zoom. And you came even in person, stood nearby outside the door. There was just a continuous care and effort.
Chabad is a giving organization. They give great meals, but they also give a great sense of identity and a celebration of being Jewish. Chabad has taught us to be open and celebratory about it.
There was a moment when Rabbi Shmuley lighted the candle at Atlas Walk during Hanukkah. Just having all the Jewish people together. And it was just a warm, great experience. And if it was in New York, it would be different, but it was in Gainesville, and it was in Northern Virginia, and I never experienced anything like that in a while.
We had such a wonderful 5 years. We look forward to have 5 more years with Chabad.
I wish Rabbi Shmuley, Goldie, and Mendele now to continue to do this marvelous work and for years to come. Chabad Gainesville opened the opportunity to families with children to move to this area. There is a whole Chabad center that will support not only the children but also the parents in the journey of Judaism.
I look forward to the next 5 years with the Chabad because it makes me feel connected to the Jewish community. When they do something, it's our comfort zone. They make everybody feel warm and friendly, and it's a nice warm feeling.
So we've had 5 years of growth. The next thing that I think we need to do is find another permanent residence in the Gainesville area, and all of us need to contribute to that. As we do that, we become more permanent in our own community as well.